Okay, all right. So here we are today. Now I'm shooting this on a, how do I say, an off day, which just means that it's not a day I usually shoot videos. Okay, all right. So now today we're going over the Unit 5 Common Core State Exam questions. And it's called the Common Core Homework Day 1. All right, so it has to say Day 1 on it. Okay, so I'm gonna go over these now. There's 9 questions on Day 1. Another, I think, 8 or something on Day 2. So it's a substantial amount of questions actually. So let's try to go over this. It's gonna be a little bit long because some of these I really have to explain to you. Okay, all right. Some of these I'll try not to. Okay, all right. Number 1, Sam paid $8.28. That one. Okay, you set a proportion. Now the way I did it, I set up dollars to stamps. So here's my proportion, right? And so my answer that I got is choice D. Okay. I'm gonna try to write a little smaller too. 2. Simon question, right? The Simon question, Simon used 3 pears and 9 apples. All right, so I did a ratio of pears to apples. This is my proportion and the answer. All right, there's my proportion on the right side, answers on the left, so it's A. Okay, all right. 3. Now, this is a 3-part question, so you have to count, basically. Gray to white tiles, that's 10 to 8. But I think the expectation is that you should still simplify. So I did 5 to 4. For B, if you counted it correctly, it's 8 to 18. By the way, at any point, if I made some mistake, just point this out to me in class. All right, or 4 to 9. And lastly, the third part is you have to set up the proportion dollars per tile. So dollars over tile. All right. And so that's my proportion for number, what is that? Number 3, part C. All right, that's my proportion, and my answer is $1.15. 4. The proportion is calories per ounce. Okay, at least that's what I did. I mean, like I said, as long as the order's correct, it doesn't matter what is calories over ounce or ounces over calories anyways. So that's my proportion, and the answer is C. 5. All right, 15 baskets, 9 over 15, 9 over 15, 3/5. Okay, all right. 6. Susan reads a book. 1 page is 3 minutes. All right. Now, if you look at this, right, that's my proportion. You can put minutes over, pages. So you could put 3 over 1, as long as, again, you set this up in order. It wouldn't change the outcome, because even if you switch the order, you still have to do choice C, which is multiply 3 by 18. Okay, so in a way, really doesn't matter, all right, the order that you put it. So, but it's C. All right, number 7. Now, this one's interesting. 5 apple muffins to 2 bran muffins. So I'll put 5A to every 2 bran muffins. So essentially, now you look at the table, right? The heading. It's apples to bran. So I'll just A and bran. Right, so whichever ones where all 3 rows in the choices matches up to a 5 to 2 ratio, you're good to go. So you just have to look, okay? So it's choice B in this case. right, 8. Same thing pretty much. Now, what I did was I actually just reduced all those ratios. So 6 to 10 is 3 to 5, 24 to 40 is 3 to 5, so for example. Right, so they're all 3 to 5. So you just have to look at your choices and see which one is 3 to 5 ratio. And I picked out C. Okay. So it's not, don't be intimidated by the sheer amount of reading that there's going on sometimes and the presence of tables and charts, okay? If you know what you're doing, then, you take the steps, all right? Little steps to solve it, okay? So don't be intimidated. You're not going to see anything you've never seen before, okay? All right, now let's see. Same thing. Students to adults is 8 to 1. So you just look for each of the tables. So you look at each of the tables and you just focus on students to adults for every row. Okay, that's essentially what that is. Now look at the first one, right? The numbers are ridiculously high. So you know it's not 8 to 1 because 8 to 1 is a pretty high ratio. So you can look at it like that. So A and B are no good. You can cross those out. Now look at C and D, right? And I realize that C, all those guys, if you reduce them, they're 8 to 1. Okay? So, yeah. So I think that's it. Yeah, that's it for tonight. Okay, not as bad as I thought. So, all right. So thanks for watching. I'm going to go on and shoot the next video, all right, for day 2 of the homework. And thanks for watching and see you again tomorrow.
OMG, that was so good.